What is good, Producer Life family? Welcome back to the channel. Today we will be cooking up a Rick Ross Maybach music type of beat from scratch. Some of that luxury, rich music sound. But enough talking, let's hop into it. Super smooth. To really make an emphasis on this lush, smooth type of sound, I want to go ahead and add in a string. I feel like strings truly bring out that lush and smooth sound that a person is trying to go for in the track. And with this one, I'm gonna go ahead and use the SRX Orchestra by Roland. And all I'm gonna simply do is play those chords. You can kind of hear how rich and lush it sounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, that sounds super smooth. So let's lay that down. I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate that, and I'm gonna add a lead string in here. Now we're about to take it up. Gonna hold it till it fade out. Let's go ahead and add our bass line in here. Of course, you guys already know what I'm about to use, the Rickenbacker bass. And with Maybach beats, I like to play around in the lower octave, but work my way up till it gets to that little bit of higher octave. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Just kind of like, and then you keep, just kind of like that. Because sometimes you can play around and kind of stay around in one region. So before we move on to our next instrument, you guys are probably gonna notice a switch in sound when it comes to the strings. I decided to switch out that lead string with the Mellotron. I just love the way that Mellotron sound. The last video I used it and it just kind of reminded me how dope it sounds. It just sounds better. Now I left the background strings exactly the same because I didn't want those to have that tape sound. So like I said, I just left that the same. But moving on, guys, I got another instance of Mellotron put up, and this is the big stereo choir. And I just kind of want to add a little angelicness to this beat. So definitely going to use the choir and nothing really technical. Pretty much it. And I feel like that should be enough to add in, like I said, that angelic type of vibe to this beat. Just kind of adds to it, like I said, with that angelic feeling. Next up, guys, let's go ahead and add in some piano bass notes just to kind of fill in some gaps to it. It's not necessary, but I like to do it in these type of beats. So it's gonna be very, very simple. That's pretty much it right there. All right, so next let's go ahead and add some vocals in, guys, using Arcade. And I found these pretty cool sounding vocals. I just downloaded the pack and it's just this right here. Then the second one is this. It just sounds like it'll fit with this. I may switch it out later, not sure, but for now, let's go and lay this down. All right, guys, so I pitched it up 3 semitones it is, and now we're gonna go ahead and focus on the drums. So I'm gonna do 2 sets of drums. With the vocals playing, it's gonna be, and then so when the verse comes in, that's when I'm gonna switch it up to the actual, you know what I'm saying, do the drums that way. So I wanted to add in a saxophone. Of course, there are a few VSTs which I used on this channel before. I can't even think of the one I use on here, but they don't sound exactly, you know, authentic and real. So I decided to kind of go through Splice and see if I could find something that I like. I think I found one. I'm not sure if I'm going to stay with it, but I just want you guys to check it out just in case I do keep it in the final mix. So this is it right here. I had to pitch it up 4 semitones. So that's what it sounds like solo. This is what it sounds like together. Sound crazy. So as of right now, I think I'm going to keep this in there. Yeah, it doesn't sound bad at all. Now, I definitely not gonna have it playing with the vocals because they definitely clash. I'll play it for you guys with the vocals, like it's clashing like crazy. Hear it? Same exact note, and it's just too much, so we're gonna leave it out. And I maybe just use the saxophone for like the intro of the beat. I think that might work out better. All right, so you guys know what time it is. It's time to go ahead and get this track arranged, get all the drums tracked out. Beat sounds super fire so far, and as I just mentioned, I'm probably gonna use that saxophone simply for the intro, because I definitely don't want it clashing with that vocal. And some of the parts of the saxophone riff, they're kind of like, not necessarily out of sync, but if somebody was to actually rap on it, it might throw them off. So again, this may be just simply for the intro or maybe some type of breakdown part. But enough talking, let's hop back into it so you guys can check out what this finished beat is about to sound like. Let's go.